Welcome to our midday session. So if you have a block or two, blanket, a strap, please get them ready. And let's start from sitting. If you don't have these things, remember this is not a reason to be concerned. We can always practice with what we have. As I mentioned, dictionaries are great. Collected works of Shakespeare. So let's start from sitting, as we have the last few weeks. So either in the hero pose or cross-legged. I like to sit on my block or on the folded blanket just to give my spine, on the edge of it, just to give my spine a little lift. So take a moment in here and really feel that sense of tallness. The energy is running right through, along the spine, into the crown, pulling your crown right up into the sky. So you grow very tall without becoming rigid, and then you let your body soften off that vertical line of energy. Hands either rest your palms in your thighs, your knees, or you land your right palm in your left, rectal balls, and thumbs create a little circle, touching gently. Close your eyes. Close your eyes very lightly. It feels like they're just about to open up. Let your teeth and your lips part very slightly. And just very gently, as you sit and breathe, connect to your breath. If possible, we're breathing through our nostrils. So bring your awareness to the sensation of the breath, a subtle, tactile sensation of the breath right around the edges of your nostrils. So whenever you notice your mind is dancing away, which happens all the time with all of us, don't follow the stories. The stories never end. Just come back to your breath. Breath after breath. We keep on returning. Breath after breath. Sitting, breathing, practicing stillness so that we can carry the seed of that stillness into our practice and into the rest of our day. Because our breath is always there, always accessible. So when we become familiar with that process, it takes 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes to settle the mind. With the eyes still closed, palms at your heart, prayer pose. Let's gently chant Om once together, inhaling together. Letting your eyes open gently. So let's stay here. We'll stay with our pranayams. I find them tremendously accessible as well, and beautifully moving energy. So Kapalabhati is a very energizing and purifying technique, breathing technique. So it's best not to eat. I hope you didn't eat before the class. So the emphasis on the exhalation, and we do it through our nostrils as well. So when I exhale, my belly moves towards the spine, expelling the old energy. So we'll do about 80 expulsions. Inhalation happens by itself, and It doesn't have to be very forceful, can be very light. And if the pacing I give you is too fast or too slow for you, just follow your own rhythm. So let's do a very light inhalation first. And letting go, letting the breath settle, and from here we'll actually start from sun salutations today. So if you're sitting on something, if you have blocks, put them on the front corners on the floor on the mat. I'm just gonna check the mic in here, making sure it's working properly. Be right back. So let's slowly, actually let's start our knees and palms first. We'll just maybe do a couple of cats and dogs and a little core flow before we go into Surya Namaskar. So shoulders above the wrists, knees about hip width apart. As you exhale, let the exhalation round your back like a stretching cat, chin into your chest. Inhaling, chest down, sacrum head up, looking up. Exhaling into the cat. Now from the cat this time, curl your toes underneath. Lift your pelvis, press your heels down, open your shoulders. Your palms are very energized. It feels like we are clawing that mat, but don't let your knuckles lift. Shoulders definitely drop away from our ears. Wiggle your feet a little further away. Bend your left knee or tap. Press your right heel deeper down. Pause. Inhaling, bend your right, press your left, deeper down. Straighten both of your legs. Core flow, inhaling, right leg straight up. Exhaling, come forward into a high plank, but lift your right knee up in between your arms. Bring your forehead down, trying to kiss your right knee. Hello, hello knee, how are you this morning? Inhaling, leg up. Exhaling forward with your knee to the outside of your right shoulder. Inhaling up, exhaling with your knee underneath your body to your left triceps. Inhaling up, exhaling down dog. Now inhaling left leg up, exhaling forward, knee up, forehead down, kissing your left knee. Good morning or good afternoon, hello. My knee, hold. Inhaling leg up, exhaling forward, knee to the outside of the left shoulder. Inhaling up, exhaling with your knee underneath your body to your right triceps. Inhaling up, exhaling downward facing dog. So from here, let's walk forward towards our hands, keeping your legs strong and straight for as long as you can, until you get yourself to front edge of your mat. Dangle for a moment, grab your elbows, let go of your head. Now let go of your arms, bend your knees, a little roll up to standing head is the last one. Palms at your heart, prayer pose, Surya Namaskar variations. Inhaling, arms up, reaching up, looking up. Now let's take a moment here, really plan the energy through your feet, expanding your body out. Maybe for the first one, thread your fingers, index fingers up. So it's a slide of the back bend, reaching with your heart towards the wall behind you. Now exhaling, move forward, open the arms to the sides. Inhaling halfway, exhaling, step with your right foot behind. Front knee straight, angle knee above the ankle, knees hugging the middle line. Very active in a thighs crescent. Exhaling, stepping into the downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. So on the inhalations, again remember, clawing that mat, but keep your knuckles down, shoulders roll away. There's this beautiful dynamic. I always get enchanted by it. It's very alive asana when we engage it. So as you inhale, there's a sense that you could stretch your mat further apart, so the energy moves down through my arms, into my hands, down to the backs, into my legs, into heels. So you really engage that. When I exhale, I let go of that. But I don't let go of my down dog. Now inhaling high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, lower slowly down. Remember the option here to add up is right leg up. Don't let your shoulders drop lower than your elbows in here. Inhaling Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, up dog or cobra. So if you're lifting your legs, you'll go into Chaturanga again, left leg up this time, straight up, downward facing dog. Inhaling right leg up, exhaling swing it forward, foot down, back knee on the floor, knees hugging the middle line. Inhaling arms up, crescent. Exhaling hands down, inhaling step forward, halfway up. Exhaling folding into your legs, inhaling arms up. Exhaling into your beautiful heart, Samastiti, neutral pose. Inhaling arms up. Exhaling folding, swan diving, inhaling halfway, exhaling left foot behind. Knees hugging the middle line, inhaling up, crescent, exhaling, stepping, Adho Mukha, down dog. So remember, inhaling, engage that. Without straining, without pushing, shoulders keep on rolling away. Feel your breath, listen to your breath, inhaling high plank, exhaling Chaturanga Dandasana, right leg up, lift, optional, inhaling up dog, cobra. Exhaling Chaturanga, left leg optional, straight up. Down dog, inhaling left leg up, exhaling swing it, foot down, back knee on the floor, knees hugging the middle line, inhaling arms up, exhaling hands down, inhaling right foot forward, come halfway, exhaling folding, inhaling arms up, and into your beautiful heart. Again, inhaling arms up, exhaling folding, emptying, inhaling halfway, exhaling right foot behind. This is where pause for a breath, playing a bit. If you need a block or a book, get it on the inside of your left foot. Into the dragon, forearms down. You let go of your head. If there's space to go deeper, curl the toes of your right foot underneath, lift your right knee off the floor. Now when you inhale, feel that opening. Your left shin moves forward without moving really. It's the energy of expansion while your right heel deepens that opening towards the wall behind you. When you exhale, you press your hips down without bending your back knee. So now from here, let's come on up. Left hand on the inside of the left foot. Right heel stays up in this variation, Parshvakonasana variation. Lateral angle side stretch. Open your right arm up. But again, remember, it's not the arm way after. It's your belly and your heart opening up towards the sky, just like sunflowers seeking the sun up in the sky. Exhaling, changing into the revolving right hand where your left was. Keep that back leg strong. Belly revolving towards my left thigh, left arm up. Again, it's not the arm, it's the ribs and the heart opening up. So exhaling, land your back knee on the floor for a moment. Come on up with your hands on top of your left thigh. Let's lift that back knee. We'll go into Virabhadrasana 1 in a moment. Soften your back knee down first. Open your arms up, Vira 1. Relax your shoulders. Straighten your back leg fully without lifting your pelvis up. Exhaling into the downward facing dog, Vinyasa. Inhaling high plank. Exhaling Chaturanga, right leg up. Inhaling up dog. Exhaling Chaturanga, left leg up, straight up. Downward facing dog. Inhaling right leg up. Open your hip to your right this time. Check your left foot, your left knee. Don't let them twist. So your right heel reaches towards your left shoulder. Let go of your head. Exhaling, swing it forward. Foot down, back knee on the floor. Walk your right foot a tad forward. So forearms on the inside of your right foot. Block, book of floor. Let go of your head. Lift your back knee off the floor. There's space for that. Engage your back leg. Remember the opening here. Shin forward, heel away on the inhalations. Let's slowly come on up. Right hand on the inside of the right foot. Knee touching upper arm. Back heel straight up. Open your left arm. Again, it's belly and heart. Revolving up towards the sky. Sunflowers. Seeking the sun up in the sky. Exhaling, change your arms. Left hand where your right is. Belly towards the thigh. But knee moves in. Straight angle. Right arm up. Feel your breath, listen to your breath. Exhaling, land your back knee for a moment. Land your hands on top of your right thigh. Lift your back knee. Soften it down towards the floor. A couple of inches, arms up. Straighten your back leg fully without lifting your pelvis up. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhaling, Adho Mukha, down dog. Flow, vinyasa. Inhaling, high plank. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog, cobra. Exhaling, chaturanga. Left leg up, straight up. Down dog. Inhaling, left leg up. Open your hip to your left. Bend your upper leg. Check your right foot, your right knee. Don't let them twist. Let go of your head. So now exhaling, land your left foot next to your right. Bring your feet closer together. We're going to the side planks. Come on up. High plank, shoulders above the wrists. So remember, if your wrists are not great, you'll do variations with landing your forearm on the floor. Okay? So let's start so you can face towards me. We'll go onto the outside edge of your left foot. So when I face me for you, it'll be right foot. So shoulder above the wrists. Don't let your pelvis sink. So remember, variations, knee down. Or you can even support with your other foot in front. Or forearms down if your wrists are not great. Right arm up. If you're facing towards me for you, there will be left arm up. Feel your breath, expanding all directions. Then you can lift your upper leg if there's space for that. And into the downward facing dog. Let's do a vinyasa in between. Inhaling, high plank. Exhaling, chaturanga, right leg up. Inhaling, up dog. Chaturanga, left leg up, straight up. Down dog, feet together, high plank. Outer edge of the outer foot, whatever side you do, we are changing that. Don't let your pelvis sink. Adjust and do whatever variations are supporting your stance. So we never push anything. We never force anything. Always making sure you feel safe. This space, you lift your upper leg. And into the downward facing dog. Come up on your toes, bend your knees, lift your head like this, stepping, hopping forward, inhaling halfway, exhaling, folding, inhaling, arms up into your beautiful heart. Let's step to the center of the mat. Let go of your arms for a moment, close your eyes. Tadasana, the mountain pose. So, if there's a mountain that you came across in your journeys, breathe that mountain in. Finding the stillness arising from within. Let your eyes open. This is a standing flow, so hands at the hips. Let's step with the feet, legs wide apart, feet parallel, into Trikonasana. So when I'm facing towards you, I'm like a mirror. My left will be your right. It's going to be a little easier for you this time. So inhaling, arms up. And palms towards me. Right foot turns out, left foot turns in. So you want for your front heel to line up with the arch of your back foot. Remember, don't let your ankles roll in. The back leg holds that energy. This is the anchor of the stance. Hinging over your right, circle the arms. So right hand along your right leg, left arm up. If your neck is okay, look up. Otherwise, you look down. You can also try a variation with your hand if you would like to, landing either on the block or the floor on the outside edge of your right foot. So feel your feet and your legs being the nature of the anchor, anchoring the stance, the ship of your body. And then your upper body opens up from here like a beautiful big sail on a big boat, very light. So now, we'll go into Ardha Chandrasana, our first balance. Bring your upper arm over behind your back first to open that pelvic floor. Bend your right knee a tad, release your left arm. Bring your left foot a tad closer to your right heel. Lift your left leg, straighten your right leg. Open your left arm up. Don't forget to breathe. So remember, if you're playing with variations in here, you can begin to let go of your front hand, your bottom hand, and you bring your palms to your heart prayer pose. So you begin to discover that it's not your front hand that holds the balance in here for you. Or you can stay with your hand down, getting hold of your upper foot. It's like a half standing bow, moving that heel away. So now let's land back down into Trikonasana. Change the flow a little today. Triangle for a moment. We'll go into deeper version of Parshvakonasana, lateral angle side stretch. So bend your right knee. Couple of variations. You can either stay with your hand on the floor, opening your left arm up, relaxing the upper shoulder away from your ear. Or you can land your forearm on top of your right thigh, same with the upper arm. Or you go into binding, taking your right elbow underneath your right thigh, getting hold of your hand or wrist behind, and you open your heart up, your belly heart up. See which one of these variations calls you by your first name today. Steady. Good, now release. Let's come on up. Release your arms, palms at your heart, prayer pose, check in, notice. Are you still here? How is your breath? No judgments, just awareness. We'll go to the other side, inhaling, arms up, palms towards me, left foot out, right foot in. So front heel lines up with the arch of your back foot. Your right leg is the anchor of your stance, and the mirror. Hinging over your left, circle the arms. Trikonasana. So again, feel your feet, your legs, the nature of the anchor, and then your upper body from here opens up with lightness, like a sail, beautiful big sail on a big boat. And you're breathing in heaven and earth into your belly, into your heart. So into Ardha Chandrasana. Upper arm over to open that, to revolve. Bend your front knee, your left knee. Release your arms, step a bit closer with your right foot towards your front heel. Now lift your right leg up, straighten your left, open your right arm up. And then whatever variations you're exploring, letting go of your front hand, palms at your heart, prayer pose, or stay with your hand down, getting hold of your upper foot, moving that heel away from your back, half standing bow variation. And now landing your back foot down, returning into Trikonasana for a moment. Into Parshvakonasana, so lateral angle side stretch, bend your left knees. Remember, either stay with your hand down, opening your upper arm over, the shoulder relaxing away, or forearm on top of your thigh, or binding again, getting that left elbow underneath your left thigh, getting hold of your hand, your wrist behind your back, belly hard, revolving up. And release, let's step up. Palms at your beautiful heart, prayer pose, check in, notice. Are you still here? No judgments, just awareness. Into Virabhadrasana, let your eyes open. Inhaling, arms up, palms down. Turn your right foot out, left foot, and take a moment. So, warrior energy in particular. I always love to find those venues to connect my practice with my life, so that this powerful energy of your practice doesn't stay behind in the room where you practice, but goes into your life with you. So inhaling, open your arms up. As you look over your right hand, take a moment. If there's anything you want to stand up to, anything at all, in your life, in yourself, or both, see that right in front of you. As you inhale, bend your right knee, keep your back leg strong and straight. So wherever in your life, wherever in yourself you feel you want or need this energy the most, see it going there. Really see it going there. Receive it. Into Viparita Virabhadrasana, dancing warrior, warriors. Inhaling, open your right palm up, take the sky, and exhaling, lift it up and over. Back hand slides along, front knee stays bent. You can wrap your arm around your waist for as long as your hand lands on the inside of your right thigh. The dance is on the inside. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, release, feet parallel. Palms at your beautiful heart. Pause. Check in. Inhaling, arms up. Left foot out, right foot in. As you look over your left, if anything calls, see right there. Inhaling, bend your left knee, back leg strong and straight. And really give yourself a permission to feel your strength. Feel your power, your grace, your radiance shining and touching the world around you, so that wherever you go, whatever place, whatever people you immediately think of, this energy goes there. That's how powerful our heart is. As you inhale, open your left from up, take the sky, and exhaling, lift it up and over. Viparita Virabhadrasana. So whatever variation with your back head. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, release, feet parallel, palms at your beautiful heart. Check in. Inhaling, arms in front. Exhaling, around behind. Thread your fingers, draw your shoulders together, lift your beautiful heart. Exhaling, come down, chest down through your thighs, arms over your back and forward. Let go of your head. Stay down, release your arms, land your palms down. Floor block, so the chimeras come halfway up as you inhale. Walk over to your left leg. Get hold of whatever part of your left leg you can. Keep your legs strong and straight. Exhaling, come down with your chest towards your left shin bone. Let go, walk through the center to your right leg. Get hold, exhaling, come down. And release, come to the center. Get your hands at your hips, elbows towards the spine. Bend your knees a tad, roll up to standing head as the last one. Let's step forward to the front edge of your mat into Tadasana, the mountain. Close your eyes for a breath or two. Breathe in the mountain, stillness of the mountain. And we'll go into a flow, into Vira 1, into Virabhadrasana 3. So balance again. And then back bend. So remember, if you still need some support, be close enough to the wall or have a chair in front of you so you have something to hang on to when we go into the balance. But first let's start with hands on the hips. So this time I'm not mirroring you. So step with your right foot behind, your left foot in front, walk your left foot forward. So it's a longer stance. Bend your left knee above the ankle. Thread your fingers, Virabhadrasana 1, open your arms up, shoulders relax, pause. Looking either straight ahead or slightly up. Take a moment, again, warrior energy, warrior S, feel that. So we create a vessel with our body, and this very beautiful, powerful energy is arising from within. So truly, we are the embodiment of that, the embodiment of power and grace. It's not something outside of us. You are that, feel that. So now we'll go into Virabhadrasana 3. So if you want to use the wall or chair in front, you begin to lift forward. I would say let's start with the arms in front. So you can get hold, touch the wall or chair, lift your back leg, straighten your front leg. I'm a little too close, but it's good to start with. Shoulders open. So don't let your hips turn sideways. You're facing the floor with your belly, your heart, and your forehead. Back heel moves away. If you don't want to use a wall or chair, you do the same thing without engaging that support of the prop. So now arms in front, along or to the sides. If your arms in front, you can add one more thing, threading your fingers, index fingers pointing forward. Now let's land back into Virabhadrasana 1. Inhaling, straighten your front leg. And we'll go into Parsvottanasana, the pyramid. Exhaling, take your arms around. So if your joints are happy, reverse prayer pose. Otherwise, you grab your elbows or you thread your fingers, extending the arms. Lift your beautiful heart up. Exhaling, come down. Chest towards your front leg. Arms over your back and forward. Inhaling, let's come on up. Exhaling, forward. Tadasana. Again, everything is the force of familiarity. So when we become familiar with something as simple as the mountain pose, it takes a breath to let the stillness arise from within. So letting your eyes open, hands at your hips, step with your left foot behind, walk your right foot forward, bending your right knee above the ankle, back leg strong, thread your fingers, index fingers up, Vira 1, shoulders relax, pause. So recall that, you're the embodiment of power and grace. And that includes your arms like a pair of swords cutting through. Is there anything you want to cut through? Feel that you are tapping into that potential in your heart. Into Vira 3. So again, if you're using the wall, leaning forward, knee bend for a moment, and now you straighten your leg as you lift your back leg Engage that belly, heart facing the floor. If you're not using the prop, same thing, arms in front, along to the sides. If they're in front, add that you thread the fingers, index fingers forward. This is called Vishnu Mudra. And landing back, Vira-1, for a breath or two. Into Parsvottanasana, inhaling, straighten your front leg, exhaling, arms around. So either reverse prayer, grab the elbows, extend your arms. Inhaling, lift your beautiful heart up, exhaling, come down. Chest wanting to move towards your left shin bone. Arms, if they're straight, they lift over your back and forward. Inhaling, come on up, exhaling forward. Tadasana, stillness of the mouth. Good, so now, let the eyes open into Natarajasana, the king, the queen of the dancers. So balance, back bend, and heart opening, three things arising, manifesting simultaneously. They're all supporting one another. So remember, you can either grab your ankle on the out or inside. If you're grabbing on the inside, we'll start with the right leg. You open your palm sideways so that shoulder opens up. Again, if you find it's helpful to have the wall, be close enough. So if using the wall, you land your hand on the wall as you get hold of your foot, and you walk your hand up, 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 and you look at your hand, and that back heel moves away. I'm making sure my belly, my pelvis face forward. I might lean with my heart forward as I move the heel away. Without the wall, we do the same thing, same feeling. That heel moves away from my back. When I feel the lift of the energy in my heart, that's when I take the forward. So let that place that we refer to as an edge arise. And then find that joy of dancing in the middle of it all. Happening all at once, as we know, sometimes. So for me, this asana is a reflection of our ability to find a way to dance in the middle of it all, happening all at once. And inhaling, come on up. Shake your lips. Let's take a breath or two in Tadasana. And we'll go to the other side, let the eyes open. So if you're getting hold of the in ankle, palm opening sideways. So same thing, if you want to use the wall, you walk your hand up and look at your hand so your heart moves forward when you have that support. Otherwise you get hold, arm up. So first we breathe that heel away from our back. Don't let your hips stand sideways. Because if you do, they will take away from the back bend, and then when you feel that opening, you lean forward a little with your upper body. And then we just stay here. Dancing in the middle of it all, happening all at once. And let go. Shake you loose. Tadasana. And let the eyes open. Okay, let's do one more thing here standing. Okay? It's going to be a hamstring opening, and we'll go into the twist as well. So let's have you stand next to a chair or the wall with your left shoulder. And so that you'll have the support if you lose balance. And let's start with lifting your left knee. Get hold with your right hand, or if you have a strap, take a strap around your left foot. Extend your left leg right in front. Breathe. Walk your left hand along the wall. So begin to open the rib cage. My left heel moves forward, my left hand walks away. You begin to revolve your upper body towards the wall, looking at your left hand. Stay with it. And slowly release. Shake it loose. I'll do the same thing on the other side. So I'm not too close to the wall, but close enough to use it if I need it. You don't have to use the wall at all. But let's say today we'll use it. Next week maybe we won't. So lift your right knee up. Right hand on the wall. Strap or hand on the outside edge of my right foot, extending your right leg. First, I look at my toes, straight forward, and then I walk my right hand along, opening the right arm, and I revolve my upper body over, looking at my right hand. Deep twist, deep opening at the root of the hamstring at the same time. And release. Shake it loose. Let's come to the front edge of the mat. Bring your feet close together. I'm going to Utkatasana, the chair pose, so keep your arms along the body for now. So come down. Remember, landing towards your heels. Don't lean on your toes. And now let's open the arms up. We'll go into the twist from here. So let's start with the left elbow. Lift your left elbow, land on the outside of your right thigh, not on top of it, on the outside. Just go down, go as deep down as you can, up to the armpit almost actually, so palms prayer pose. If you want to go a tad deeper, extend your left arm up, left arm down, right arm up. Stay low with your buttocks, take your torso arms up, over to the other side, right elbow outside of your left thigh. Palms prayer pose, or extend your right arm up, right arm down, left arm up. Good. Stay low with your buttocks, torso arms up. Let's step into the downward dog, vinyasa, inhaling high plank, exhaling chaturanga, right leg up, optional, inhaling up dog. Chaturanga, left leg up, straight up. Down dog, so go on the floor into the back bends, coming up into high plank, slowly lower down, land on your belly. Let me get these blocks out of the way. Chin, forehead on the floor. Palms on the floor, approximately underneath your shoulders, elbows up, and elbows in your torso. Or you can take the Sphinx variation, especially if your lower back has a question mark today. Tuck in your tailbone. As you engage the floor with the pubic bone, slowly begin to breathe it up. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Your glutes, your buttocks are energized, but never clench. Never clench, energize. Now, it's a low cobra, no strength of the arms, just your back. Or if you want to go a tad higher, if you feel that invitation, you add your arms, but then you open your legs wider. Shoulders roll down, either one. Feel the beauty and power of this asana. It's a reflection, a mirror of our innate ability, rising above whatever obstacles we may be facing, moving forward into our life. This kind of a steady, quiet power. Let's slowly breathe it down. Head to the side. Arms either along the body or land your cheek on your hands. Let's take a couple of quiet breaths in between. Let's do one more. Low cobra this time. Okay, palms down, legs close together. If you did high, we'll do low. This will be a transition into variation of the locust. Slowly breathe it up. Bhujangasana. Take your arms around. Grab your strap with 30 fingers. Extend your arms. Lift your beautiful heart. Check in with your lower back. If your lower back says yes, point your toes. Lift your straight legs off the floor. And release. Head to the side. The other way. Deep breath. Another breath. As the second variation of the locust, Shavasana, so arms either in front, to the sides, or W letter. See where that opening for the joints is the best for you today. Inhaling first, exhaling, lift up. If you're lifting your arms in front, relax your shoulders. This way may be sometimes easier. Lifting everything you feel you could. So I know what it takes to hold it. But I want you to try to feel that you're flying at the same time. So there's a sense of exhilaration, lightness. And release. Head to the side the other way. Deep breath. Another breath. And Dhanurasana bow. Bend your knees. Remember, half bow is an option if you feel better this way, or child's pose even, or repeat low cobra or locust. Inhaling first, exhaling, press your feet into your hands, lift up. The feeling here is steadiness, pulling the string of the bow. Arrow, moving up, opening the lotus of the heart. Arrow through the heart. It's like being suspended in between two worlds. On the last exhalation, expanding a tad more, and let go. Head to the side, deep breath. Another breath. So, just go through it maybe again. If you sometimes my lumbar spine tends to get compacted from excessive teaching, not from practicing. So I find this is a helpful variation. I get my belly over the block. You don't have to do it, but it's nice to sometimes have that in our vocabulary of practice. So that will open my lumbar spine. So my thighs stay on the floor in this way. Get hold of the ankles, and I press my heels the same way, lifting up. Still the feeling of pulling the string of the bow. Arrow through the heart. And let go. So if you're using it, let's get rid of it. Let's land down for a moment. Bend your knees, move your legs from side to side, windshield wipers. Land your feet, pushing up off the floor. Let's get into a child's pose, knees wide apart. If you can, land your buttocks on your heels, arms in front or at the sides. Rest your forehead down. So we'll go into the camel strasana. So as a refresher, I want to get into the block today for a moment. So of course you don't have to use it if you've been doing it with me for a while, but in case someone new joined it today, once in a while I like to refresh it. So the function of the block is to remind ourselves how important it is to engage the inner thighs. It's hard to feel that at first, without using the block. So what happens without knowing how to use that is that if I invite you to tuck your tailbone, I've never seen it. I've never seen anyone tucking their tailbone unless they understand the dynamic of the spin of the thighs. Most of us will just, it's not a tailbone, right? It's my pelvis shoving forward. So that's the difference, big difference. Because if I engage my entire pelvis, I'm crunching my sacroiliac joint, my lumbar spine, causes for injury. So block in between my thighs, close to the perineum. So when I ask you to spin your thighs, you will know you're spinning your inner thighs inwardly because your block will move in. So this is the function. Because if I spin my thighs, my body won't be able to do the shove forward movement. It's going to be a tailbone only. So from here, lifting belly hard. If you can, you get down to your heels. If you can, land your palms at your pelvic ridge or buttocks. If your pelvis is moving down, adjust it. Always spin the thighs. If your neck is okay, let go of your head. Otherwise, keep your chin at your chest. It's like we are suspended of the lotus of the heart. And let's breathe it up. Using the block, get rid of it. Child's pose, knees wider, arms in front, at the side. And from here, let's slowly roll up to sitting. Extend your legs in front. So there's going to be another back bend or two, maybe even. Optional entirely. So if you have blocks, keep them handy, because when we get to the inversion, some of you will use the blocks. Grab your buttocks one at a time, roll them away from your heels. So if you have a strap, keep it handy. Blocks will be used for those of you who are not comfortable with shoulders length. They'll be for supported bridge. So strong lift along your knees, thighs. We're going into forward move first after the back bends. Paschimottanasana. So I would suggest to use the strap if when you fold over you notice this, like my back rounds, my neck disappears, nowhere to be seen. That will be a sign that I need a strap. So strong lift. If you need a strap, get it in your hands. Imagine there's a big energetic ball in front of you, so whenever cutting through it, we're lifting over that. Take your strap over your feet or your hands, shoulders roll down. I lift the energy up and expand forward at the same time. So some of you, if you feel a deeper opening, you can add a block or two in front of your feet. And just be with it. You know, your body will open up when it's ready, so we never force anything. Being forceful and practicing yoga, not compatible really at all. So always just be with what's arising naturally. And inhaling, let's come on up. Release, we'll go into the seated twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. So let's start with your right leg. Take your right foot over your left thigh. Bottom leg either straight, but some of you I know like folding the bottom leg. So they're both correct. So let's starting with folding this side, the other will do straight leg. Take your right arm around behind. That arm is close to my back, so it's like a pillar. Hug your knee and your thigh with your left arm, lifting tall, revolving to your right. That is the last one, turning over right shoulder. So some of you again may feel that sense of opening to go into the binding. So if you go into binding, that arm moves underneath and I get hold of the head from behind. It's not necessary, but if you feel that opening, go for it. Test it. Twist is so simple, so powerful. On the right side it's the liver, it's ascending and transverse column. My stomach on the left is descending column. So just on this level alone, and move energy very deeply. Now let's slowly unfold. We'll go the other way. Unfold your legs. Go left over right. So bottom leg either straight or you fold it. I would suggest if you're folding it before you fold this side as well, if it will straight, keep it straight. Left arm around, hugging in your shin with your left, lifting tall, revolving to your left. Head is the last one. And let's unfold your legs. So with little balances, we'll go into Navasana. Make sure there's some space on each side of your mat. Knees bent, feet on the floor. Let's get hold of your thighs, boat. Lift your left heel, lift your right heel. So you can either stay here or you can straighten your legs. And then we let go. If letting go is too much, hang on to your thighs. Otherwise, no, nothing to do with your jaw, your neck. It's all in the belly and the breath is in between. It's not deep, it's not shallow, it's right in between. And let go. And we'll do the second variation. Arms around your legs. Get hold, so index and middle fingers from the inside of the big toe, thumb on top. Walk your heels closer, legs close together. Straighten your legs if you can. If this is where you are at with your practice, that's fine. Otherwise, you straighten your legs. And you bring yourself as close with your upper body to your legs as you feel you could. Now let's open the legs into wide angle. And we'll go down into Upavista Konasana on the floor. You can either hand your big toes or you can bring your arms in front or behind. Bring yourself onto your edge. Walk as far forward as you feel your body is inviting you to go, and then pause. Walk over to your left leg. Try to get hold of your left foot from the inside with your left hand, taking your right arm up and over. So it's your belly, your heart opening up towards the sky. It doesn't matter if you can get hold of your left foot. Now walk through the center to the other side. Get hold of your right, or pretend you're getting hold of it. Left hand reaching down, my belly, heart opening up. You want to make sure your left leg is as energized as your right. And again, release, walk to the center. Let's slowly come on up. Shake it loose. Okay, we'll go into Setu Sarvang Bandhasana, bridge, and Urdhva Dhanurasana as an option. So bridge or upward facing bow. Or maybe let's do both. Okay, so knees bent, feet slowly. Let's go slowly, taking 4 breaths. Let's get down onto the floor. Knees bent, feet about hip width apart, close to your buttocks. So remember, for those of you who are not going into inversions, keep your blocks handy. Sit to Bandhasan first, bridge, tuck in your tailbone, lift your pelvis, shoulders underneath. If you can, you thread your fingers, press your arms down, head stays on the floor, chin towards my chest. So even though I ask you to lift your pelvis, so it's more like a heart lift. So if you're not going to do a shoulder stand, you can get your blocks underneath and you stay here, lifting your legs up with your pelvis on the blocks, otherwise you come down. And now we'll go into upward facing bow. So if you're comfortable with that, knees bent, feet parallel. If not, you can repeat bridge for the second time or go into supported bridge. Nice way to prepare for inversion. So palms underneath my shoulders, elbows up. Elbows are parallel, feet and knees same distance apart. Don't let your toes open to the sides, feet open to the side. Keep your feet parallel. Let's come on up with your pelvis. Land on your crown first. When you're ready, lift your heart. It's like you're trying to kiss the wall behind you with your heart. If you want to try, you can walk your feet forward so your legs straighten. Feel your breath. And let's slowly breathe it down. Bring your knees up to your chest. Hug them to your chest, roll in. Side to side. So now we'll go into the inversions. I would highly recommend using the blanket, as you know, but if you don't like using blanket, for as long as you're familiar with the practice, okay? If you're new to it, if you happen to stumble upon it, please use the blanket that protects our neck from being crunched, basically, and also helps. So, blanket on the mat. I add the mat over that. It helps the elbows to stay closer. So your shoulders line up with the upper edge. So my neck is free. Halasana. So plow. Swing your legs over. Find your shoulders. Neck is free. Palms around your pelvic ridge. Lift your legs up. Either half or full shoulder stand. So make sure you're really steady and safe. Contraindications for shoulder stands. If they ever suspect there's blood clot possibility, don't go upside down, of course. For women, pregnancy, menstruation, not a good time. Sinus, eye infections, glaucoma, don't go upside down. Otherwise, this is the lunar cycle of yoga, profoundly, deeply restoring. So what's the nature of the moon when we think of it, right? Very cooling, very calming. Deeply restoring. Find the stillness. Even as we hold the vessel, we let go. The queen, the mother of all asanas. So if you practice at home, give your inversions time they really need. Slowly work up to 3-4 minutes for as long as there's no major health concerns. When you feel a sense of a completion, you breathe your legs down. Halasana. If your toes touch the floor, bring your arms down through your fingers. Plow. Let your knees soften down, forehead or each side of your head. Now use your arms slowly. Let's roll down. And for either those of you who've been doing supported bridges inversion, you can join me for the fish posture. Don't go into fish if there's any neck problems, okay? Otherwise, straight legs wiggle, your straight arms underneath your body, palms flat, up or down, doesn't matter. Point your toes, lift your chest. Land the crown of your head softly on the floor. Heart opening, feel that. You're breathing through the lotus of your beautiful heart. And slowly let go. Release your arms. If there's anything else you need to do, please always feel free. We'll go into Shavasana. I'm going to sit up. Otherwise I may fall asleep. Chances are. So make sure comfortable. And again, if you have a little extra time, you can stay in Shavasana as long as you need to. When I bring the rest of us up to close. So close your eyes. If you have a bandana or eye pillow, put it over your eyes. Take a moment. Imagine yourself being somewhere in your favorite spot in nature, looking at a beautiful, vast, spacious sky overhead. So as you breathe, the essence of that spaciousness mixing with your breath enters your heart, your beautiful heart, and every single cell of your body. So as you breathe, you begin to expand, losing all sense of your physical boundaries, becoming as vast as the sky, just as you breathe. So whatever thoughts may arise, which they do, they're just like clouds floating through the spaciousness of the sky, leaving no trace. Our thoughts are like clouds. They have no substance. So we just connect to the vastness of our heart, our mind. It's like landing at the bottom of the ocean where there is no movement of the waves, only stillness and profound inner peace. And you rest deeply in that. So if you can, please remain in that beautiful, deeply vast, quiet, peaceful sphere for a little while longer. Otherwise, you very gently bring your awareness back to your breath. As you inhale, open your arms up and over into a stretch. And bend your knees one at a time, land your feet on the floor. Roll over to your right side, fetal position, resting your head on the inner arm. And slowly come up to sitting. For a few more moments with me with your eyes closed, palms at your heart. 3 gentle rounds of Om to close the session. But let's take a moment first. If you would think of something for what you are grateful for today, however simple it may seem to be. Think of someone for whose presence you are grateful as well, without whom your life would simply never be the same. And of course, if there's more than one being, you let your heart embrace them all. Our heart is so vast. So as we chant Om, imagine that the innate goodness of your heart is like a rainbow, beautiful, vast rainbow arising from the spaciousness of your heart, reaching out and touching the hearts of all the beings in your life, all the people in your life, whether they're alive or not. They're always in our heart, granting them sense of peace, sense of ease, and whatever healing they may wish for, just make sure you send it to yourself as well in all aspects of your life, inner and outer. Inhaling together. Namaste. It was a joy and a pleasure, as always, to share this time with you. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next